HarperCollins presents Fateless by Julie Kagawa. Read by Mia Hutchinson-Shaw. To Ezio and Altair, who inspired this world, and to Tasha, who made it come alive. The hourglass of time waits for no one. Seasons pass, the suns rise and set, and no one, not even the deathless kings, can turn back the sands once they have fallen. First Kingdom Proverb. Part 1. 1. Demon hour was approaching. I stood in the shade beneath a rooftop balcony, watching the citizens of Kovas scurry through the streets like ants whose nest had been poked with a stick. High overhead, Solasti, the first of the twin suns, blazed white against the cloudless blue sky. Her identical sister, Nemaya, had climbed over the horizon and was closing fast. Demon hour, when both suns stood directly overhead, twin gazes burning down like the glare of an angry goddess, happened every day. For 1 hour, every single afternoon in the land of Arkiana, the air singed throats when breathed in, the sands became molten, and every hard surface was turned into a stovetop under the relentless glare of the suns. Animals fled to find shade or huddled beneath crude shelters. Merchants closed their doors and covered their stalls. Commoners went inside to nap, while the wealthiest nobles lounged in private pools as servants fanned them with palm leaves. For 1 hour, Kovas turned into a dead city, as every living creature, big and small, young and old, poor and rich, found whatever shelter or shade or dark crack they could to wait out the hellish heat of the twins. Stepping back from the balcony, I took a deep breath, feeling the hot air fill my lungs, then let it out slowly. Across the maze of flat white stone and gray tile rooftops, Nemaya crept ever higher into the sky. True demon hour wasn't quite here, but the half hour that led up to it, with temperatures rising alongside panic and tension as everyone scurried to get things done, was probably the most hectic and chaotic time in Kovas. It was also the perfect, and most awful, time to do anything you didn't want people to see, which was why I was here, on this balcony, instead of back home in familiar territory. This safe house was closer to my destination, and the less time I spent beneath the suns, the better. "Is it time?" I turned as a soft, raspy voice drifted into the room attached to the balcony. A hunched, robed figure shuffled up the stairs, leaning heavily on a cane. Shadir raised her cowled head, and her milky, nearly pure white eyes stared right through me. "Not yet," I said equally softly. "Soon, though." She walked across the room and paused just shy of where the rays of the sun drew a line across the balcony opening. One withered hand reached out until the fingertips hit the edge of the sunlight. "Very soon, if you want to reach the garden district just before peak demon hour, I hope you are dressed appropriately." I glanced past her head to the wall, where a cracked mirror hung above a dresser by the bed. The girl staring back at me was thin and unremarkable. Brown hair, brown eyes, and a face that was completely forgettable. Not that anyone ever saw it. My hood always stayed up, and my clothes were in light, neutral tones that the eye could easily pass over. In a city of limestone walls, bleached rooftops, and dusty, sun-scoured roads, dark clothes would be miserable, and bright colors would stand out. Which, in my line of work, was the opposite of what you wanted. I was good at what I did because I blended in and became invisible. "Of course, Shadir," I told her. "When am I not prepared?" She
Sample complete. Ready to continue?